Yo! What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 Ultimate Team video. Today's video, we are going over the cheapest ways to get training in MUT 21 right now. It's been a question that's been asked a lot to me, whether it's in the comments of these videos, on Twitter, on Twitch. So we decided to update the MUT 21 training point spreadsheet. This is a tool that I need you guys to use all year long. It's going to do the math for you. It's going to calculate it for you. All you got to do is plug in the value, search the auction house yourself a little bit, and we're going to go over it. Now, I made a major update to it today. We are on both consoles this year, so we got Xbox, we got PS4, and what I did for you guys is I updated this spreadsheet that we've been using for 2 or 3 years now, and we have separate sections for the PS4 auction house and the Xbox auction house. Now, one thing that I have to say here, and I say it in every video with this spreadsheet, there are going to be times where I'm just not going to update it. Not that it takes a ton of time, but it takes long enough sometimes. And if I'm not set to make a specific video on something like this, I'm not going to update it. What you can do is go to File and then make a copy. It will give you the ability to change everything yourself. So you make a copy, rename it to whatever you want to rename it to, and then it allows you to go to this spreadsheet. And if you find an 80 overall for 9K, you put that number in, it does the math for you. It calculates the training points, the coins per training points for you. So very important. I need you guys to know that. For this video, we are going to focus mainly on the PS4 auction house, but as you can see, we did update the Xbox auction house as well. Prices aren't that far off, to be honest. Maybe like we're talking 1,000 coins or less in between some overalls. So you may notice some slight differences between the two auction houses, but for whatever console you're on, if you're looking for training right now, today, these are going to be the best values. Now, under the average cost, I want you guys to also be aware that I want you to shoot for things or values or card prices under these. So the way that I do this, right, is I go through each overall, I search through various positions. Most of the times it's quarterback, halfback, wide receiver, left end, right end, cornerback, safeties, things like that. Offensive tackles, defensive tackles sometimes are a little bit more pricey. So I just look for an average, right? And then I see whatever, I'm seeing a lot of 80s for like 13K. That's what I put. So it's the average lowest cost. I want you always to shoot for numbers over this. So if you're trying to find the best value, so right now, 85 overalls at 44K are the best rate, 48.89 coins per training point. I really and truly, want you to shoot for 44K or below, and don't settle for anything, above that. Now we're gonna go through the PS4 auction house and see what we can find in a live situation. If you've been watching me long enough, you know how this usually works. I'm not going to find anything and it's going to look terrible and all these values are going to be wrong. But I did update this right around 12:30 this afternoon. And if you guys want this spreadsheet, it's in the description of every single video I put out. All you got to do is go to the description, click the link, bookmark it. Anytime I update it, you go back to that bookmark. You can see it too. And again, don't forget, you can go to File, make a copy, and edit it yourself. So you can update the numbers. Now, what we're looking for today, because brand new Legends came out today and Legend packs are refreshed. People are opening up these Legend packs mainly because of the Woodson card that's out. I'm noticing that a lot of these average lowest costs are coming from Legend cards. So I'm going to go through this auction house, but I'm going to start out by specifically going for just Legend cards to see if we can find some cards that are under these prices on your screen. Now, I did mention earlier in the video that 85s were the best training point per coin, or coin per training point, at 48.89. I did totally neglect that 87s for about 84K are 46.67. What do those two things have in common? Well, they're both very, very popular when it comes to Legend cards being in packs. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out here and go 80 to 85 or 84, 85. And if you want to go for everything, right, you want to see the maximum, because there is a chance where there's going to be core elites up for those prices that we're looking for. If you want to do that, I just simply go overall and then I just go through each position. So according to the spreadsheet, we are looking for 85s at 44K. So I'm just going to kind of scroll down here. Drew Brees, if you do this enough, you're going to know what to look for. Drew Brees is usually the first 85 on the board, and we got him for 44.6. So that's not bad. Now, if we go to halfback, we know that there's 85 Jerome Bettis's out there. And look, we got one for 42,000 100. So if I plug that into the spreadsheet, I take you guys back to the spreadsheet. This value is now updated, and now we're at 46.78 coins per training point. So if you can find for something, you know, something in the 42s, you're going to be good money there. I'm going to reverse my change there on the spreadsheet, go back to the console. Positions that you really want to look for today between the 85 overall and the 87 overalls are going to be halfback because of Bettis, Jerry Rice, wide receiver, left tackle because of Joe Thomas. Let's just see if we randomly check. Look, we got a Joe Thomas for 42K. That's going to be even cheaper than the Bettis we just saw. We'll go down to, I want to say, was it left guard that came out today with Larry Allen? I think he's left guard, but he's going to be a little more pricey because he's a newer card, so I would kind of bypass that one. We got defensive tackle. We're going to skip left end because that's Richard Seymour, and he had a 90 overall, which means his cards are even numbers, whereas these other guys have 85s, 87s. Dan Marino and Richard Seymour have like 82, 84, 86. So we're looking for 85, 87 today. We see we got a Merlin Olsen for 42.6. The next one is a left outside linebacker because we had a homie from the Chiefs, Bobby Bell, 43 right there. So all of these are under 44K, which was originally on our spreadsheet. I might update that by the time you guys watch this video. If we go to the next one, we had Rod Woodson, but we know he's going to be pricey. Number one, because he came out today. Number two, because he's a really good card, and he's just naturally going to cost more. So there's no Rod Woodsons anywhere to be found. I believe it's free safety we would have with Steve Atwater, which could be a little pricey because he was more expensive, but 44K, it's right in that general area. And we'll check kickers for Morton Anderson. Being that he's a newer card, I wouldn't expect too many of his cards to be up there for cheap just yet. But as time goes on, you know, that's going to be kind of the cycle you want to go to. Eventually, we're going to have a legend at every position, and you'll be able to cycle through each position. Now, you can go through this whole, you know, I got core elites on here, I got team diamonds, team builders, all that stuff. If you want to, you can just get really strict and specific and literally just go through legends. That way you don't have to page down. You're probably going to see the quickest results because we're only looking at legends, and this early on there's only so many legends out there. I mean, we got a Merlin Olsen for 41,700. So I'm gonna again update my spreadsheet here to reflect if we were to buy this. We go back to it, 46.33 coins per training point. This would be the lowest that we've seen so far before this video and while recording this video. I think you guys get the hint there. So we'll go ahead and reset that, go back to the auction house. And again, I would just go through each position. So that's just specifically 85s. 87s are out there as well, and they're not a bad price. According to the spreadsheet, 84K is going to get us 46.67 points per training point. So we're now going to go through all the 87s, the same legends, and shoot for under 84K. You don't have to specify for legends, but I'm just telling you right now, specifically on today, because legend packs are out, legends are in packs, new legends came out today, these are just going to be more frequent and more popular. But on just any random day, right? Any day, you're probably going to want to go through the filters for not specific to program, but just specific to overall. So right now, we're not seeing anything for 84. We're just going to go through that same cycle of the cards that came out Saturday and see if we can catch one. I think it was 84, right? Because all these values are a little bit higher now. Yes, 84. I think it was Merlin Olsen that was probably the most popular one I saw on there for 84K. Even he's still at 88K, so we may need to bump our spreadsheet numbers up. Let's take left outside linebacker, 86. So we're creeping down. And again, never settle, guys. You know, we're seeing these 86s, 87, 88s. We're going to keep refreshing this auction house until we see the values that we want to see and get those 87 overalls that are going to be, you know, in the price range for that cheapest possible training. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'm not going to buy any training because me personally, I still think prices are just a little bit too high. If you desperately need training right now, I totally understand why you'd want to buy it and use that guide to get the lowest training possible. But I am personally still waiting for the Friday-Saturday combo. We got new MVP cards coming out Friday. We're going to get new legends on Saturday. I'm waiting for the market to react to those new cards, and we're going to get a lot of them hopefully Friday, and hoping that the prices come down a little bit more. That's really when I'm going to start spending coin for training. But if you need it today, absolutely need it for today, that's your best bets. Links down below in the description. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.